Alright, I'm gonna start here recording for Aisha. I'm gonna do the best I can. I think my most fondest memories are when they would be working together in the big kitchen, and it'd be pretty late at night, which meant that everybody had a long day and did everything, and all the models would be coming over, and it'd be fun to watch them put all the dresses together and cut, and everybody was just having a fun time, like a lot of nice energy going on, and it was just really fun to see them collaborate and do something that was together. It was really, I don't know, just really fun nights to maybe just the influence of, let's say, mom, just picturing her, being always like a hard worker and doing whatever it takes, and her cleaning the house, dancing to Donna Summers or Tina Turner and all that, just watching her always in motion doing something and taking care of us and the house and the dogs and all that stuff. It was a strong influence on, how to live your life and enjoy it. And the same was, with Goo.
I love Grandpa Goo because he's really funny and he always makes me smile.
So one adventure was we went to Nordstrom and we just went shopping and we just had like a fun time. And then we went to Ulta and I got a Drunk Elephant moisturizer, and it was just like fun because we got to hang out. And then, whenever like me and Mima like get in a little like argument about something, we always like after like 2 seconds we become best friends again, and like we just always are friends and have like fun times with each other, like even right after. And she always has like something nice to say and something fun to do. And Grandpa Goo, he's always like super adventurous, and he like takes us on fun adventures, and he always has steak and food in the house, and we always have like something fun to do outside.
I think my favorite thing to do with me and my Grandpa Goo is when they would take me to Countersport, Pennsylvania at Cherry Springs National Park to stargaze with me and use my telescope at the low light pollution spot. This is one of my favorite memories with them and things to do with them because it's just us and all their focus is on me, and that's really special to me because I can just be with them in the moment and have like 2 full days with them, and not even just about the stargazing, like being with them at the hotel and the car ride and being engaged with them, and then being engaged in what I'm very, really passionate about really hits my heart a lot and makes me happy that they really find an interest in what I'm doing, even enough to bring me out like 2 full days of their time and spend money to bring me out and stay up till 2 a.m. watching the shooting stars. And even if it's like 25 degrees out, they'll still do it with me. And that's just really special to me. Also, the mornings after, we would go to eat breakfast or brunch, and sometimes Gavin would even come with us, which is just awesome. I'd get the same thing every time, the pancakes and the eggs and the bacon. And the mornings there would always be gorgeous, and just eating with them and spending time with them really was great.
Meeting Mima and Grandpa Goo for the first time was an absolute blast. They welcome you with open arms. They want to know about your life. They love learning about other people. They are definitely like people. They have so many friends, and they want to also always share their friends with you. It's really is a true like sentiment to who they are. They welcome everybody into their home with open arms. It's just a really, really warm, fun environment to be in. Proud to have them as my in-laws and my family, and we always brag about them. So do our kids. So it's really cool. Like, oh, you wait till you meet my Mima. She's this or that, and oh, my Grandpa Goo, and really, really special people. My family loves them. They've also just welcomed my family into their home and into their lives. And it's a true indication of who they are. They're lovers of people and friends. And I'm very, very lucky to be part of the family.
Grandpa Goo. Grandpa Goo and I share a bunch of hobbies. We both like to draw, play soccer, and we both like photography. I love that we both like all these things, as I feel we have a special connection because of it, and that he is the one who has inspired me so much. If we were to go ever go someplace together, I'd love to go back to Argentina and he could show me his home country and city. That would be a blast. Grandpa Goo is always willing to help you when you need it and is up to taking any challenge on. He is always a call away and will help you with anything you need. He has helped me with art, with soccer, and so many more things. He's always persevering and will mow down any challenge. He never lets anything stop him, and I'm so grateful that he's such a good grandpa and a friend to me. I'm so thankful for the soccer lessons he has taught me and the times he has given me and the time we have spent together.
My favorite thing to do with Grandpa Goo and Mima is our fun trips out. Going to get Chinese food or crafts seems like a small thing, but it's great quality time spent with the people I love the most.
My mom and Goo are the type of parents that would and have dropped anything at a moment's notice to be there for me, the kids, Eric, Mars. I could sit here for hours and talk about how they've done that and how they've been an integral part of all of our lives in that way. One funny memory that comes to mind is about Gustavo. When I was a senior in high school, I got a really terrible, kind of rare virus that in my eyes that caused my corneas to rupture. And I couldn't open them for weeks. It was really awful. And everyone would, talk to me and try to keep me company the best they could. But after a while, I was just really struggling, very bored. And in an effort to make a bad situation better, Gustavo decided that he would recount an entire movie to me. Don't ask me which one. I think my brain blocked it out from the trauma. Because Gustavo, with his gift of gab, did not leave a single detail out. He had very animated descriptions, and his enthusiasm painted a really vivid story for someone who couldn't watch a movie, but he didn't stop talking for hours. So by the time the quote-unquote movie ended, I really just wanted him to leave me alone. And I say that with so much love because really the fact that he was trying to figure out some way to entertain me and sat with me for that long and really did his best in his way to keep me company is an incredibly special memory. And it's a testament to the depth of love and support in our family and how we all try to support each other in the best way that we can.
My favorite memory with Mima is when we went to the mall and we shopped around, and that was my favorite because it was really fun.
They were both really, really, hard workers and were really committed to, whatever they did. And I think that, impacted me a lot, obviously. Moments that I think about, like I said, was the, mom being goofy, while she was cleaning and always having music on. And me and Goo had a ton of fun when I was younger. We take his Datsun out. I don't know if you remember that car by any chance, but we take it out in the snow and drive doing donuts or smash through a pile of leaves. That was really fun, just being a bunch of jerks. And he'd always take me up to the studio while they were painting it, or he was painting it. And those are really fond memories because it would just be me and him, and I'd be doing my airplane models, and he'd be painting and introducing me to Springsteen or Genesis or Queen, all those bands. That was really fun. So we had a lot of fun together during those nights. And his impact is just always being an incredibly, hard worker his entire life. It was important. And I think that then files into the, as you got older, I think that's what you appreciate is times, certainly weren't easy for them, but you wouldn't know it all the time based off of their behavior, and they're able to certainly persevere, together and survive, those moments, and made for a really nice childhood for, all three of us.
Something that I've continued.
One quality that I'd like to have from Mima is definitely her stubbornness, because I like getting what I want, always finding a way to get that and not giving up. And from Grandpa Goo, always recovering quickly and always keep going even though it's hard, and always just doing more
and evolved to love about mom and dad is their ability to evolve individually and also as a couple with their friends and the people that they love, that they will do anything for. I absolutely mean anything for. The way that they enjoy every piece of life that they have, the way that they exercise the fullest potential of their personalities, how they truly light up a room when people see them. I feel so proud of that, even though I feel like sometimes my parents can be cringy, and I've definitely inherited that trait as well. But they always, at the end of the day, put very big smiles on people's faces, and I love them for that immensely. Our vacations that we have spent with Mima and Grandpa Goo have been truly incredible and so special, and they're ones that nobody will ever forget, especially when the kids were little, and it was just so amazing. They would eat a cookie and we would all clap and holler and scream and yell, and we're celebrating every little milestone that they made. Just truly, truly incredible trips. And then as the kids grow older, it's really, really cool to share your children with their grandparents, because you see them every day becoming these like young adults, and so fortunate and so special to be able to share that with people that you know love them the way that you do. Really, really amazing memories. We look forward to more trips to the beach and more intimate time together, because those vacations that's their clutch. That's the time that you truly get to sit down with no agenda and just be together and enjoy.
Mima makes me peanut butter balls. That's about all I need to say. There are a few other things besides that, however, which I will reluctantly include. She always drives me everywhere and is always the most punctual human being and beyond. She never fails to be early. She's always willing to go above and beyond for you, using her infinite powers to bend reality and give you what she wants. She's always super caring and always wants to do the best for you, surpassing the limits. There's nothing ever tethering down Mima. There's nothing ever stopping her. Mima will let no one stop her and will always try her best to get to do the same and help you. Get you to do the same and help you. I'm very grateful that I have her, always willing to help out and to destroy any challenge facing our way. Even though I could have said much more kind words, I don't want to inflate the esteem Mima's ego too much.
If I could describe Mima in 3 words, I would say, I gotta think about this because there's a lot of words to describe Mima. I know. I would say loving, definitely one of them, because she loves very, very, very hard. Probably one of the most loving, like hard-loving people I know. She is very passionate about what she wants to do and what she wants to get done, and like persistent, I'd say, because even though she has MS, and even though it can be a setback in her life, she doesn't let it stop her and does a lot of stuff, even though it's a disease. It's bad. It can really slow you down, and she does great. She still gets everything she wants done. She still does everything she wants to do and gets it done. For Grandpa Goo, I'd say hilarious is one of them. I think he's one of the funniest guys I know. Everything, like 90% of what he says is a joke, which is funny. Every joke has a great meaning behind it. It's not just well, actually not really. Yeah, I'd say funny, hilarious. I'd say he's very energetic. He has a lot of energy all the time, wanting to do the workouts with me. If I asked him to go work out with me, right, like any time, he would go do it. And he pushes and pushes and pushes and doesn't stop. Like, I was at Bald Head on the beach with him, and he is insane. 3, I'd also say hardworking, I'd say, because even with the retirement, he's still super, super busy doing his weddings and his photography and his now soccer lessons and all that stuff. He still gets everything he wants to get done like Mima, and persists and still manages to make time for everyone else.
I think that they were really good too at just being, genuine. They were really both unique personalities, really could, live in the moment. Mom had a lot of fun being able to do that. She'd, come outside and shoot baskets with me and be a goofball if I was by myself. So that was always kind of fun. And Goo always participated and would like to beat the shit out of me and try to in whatever sport he could to the best of his ability. He could only do it in one sport, but he tried his best all the time. And he was a jerk about it, but I love him for it. Yeah, they're really great at, living in the moment. As I get older, try to, do that. And I also appreciate that they can make new friends, quite easily. That I certainly don't like to do. So I appreciate that they do it, but I have no interest myself. But that I find funny about them. I don't know, funny stories, those are hard. We had so much fun growing up together. It was always silly at the house, unless Carly was upset about something. But we had a lot of fun. I think that there's almost too many stories to think about, but it would probably be the classic one where Goo had to clean up, all the poop in we now call it the poop room, obviously. That was a great story. Or even the time, like I said, Gustavo decided, I think it might have been his birthday or something, that we were all playing basketball, and then he decided he was going to play. And again, he's 100% at whatever he does, and I think he was doing a layup and ran his head right through the garage door. He had to go get stitches. So that was a fun time. What quality I see in them that mirrored in myself?
I love Mima because she always cares about other people and she always makes me smile.
A favorite family vacation. We've been lucky to have a lot of pretty awesome family vacations. The Bahamas with all of us and Grandma Zella was really special. Celebrating Mom and Goo's joint birthdays in Cape Cod was pretty cool. Going to Argentina and when we were younger, the trips with the models to Mexico and Florida. But the vacation that stands out to me the most, the one I look back on with the fondest memories, was when we went to Sanibel Island, just the 5 of us. Me, Mom, Goo, Ryan, and Aisha. It wasn't that we did anything crazy or extravagant on that vacation. I don't even necessarily remember all of the details of it, but what I do remember is the feeling of how much we all enjoyed each other's company. I remember having a lot of shared laughter over silly stuff. When we were all in the car, either heading to or returning from dinner, and we were voting on the stupidest stuff, like whether Burger King or McDonald's has better fries, and all 5 of us were so into the game, laughing at each other's answers. I just remember feeling just like all of us kind of coming together and feeling, recognizing for the first time, consciously recognizing the bond between the 5 of us. I don't know, that trip is really just one of those core memories for me that I hold close to my heart.
Describing Grandpa Goo and Mima in 3 words would be young, fun, and silly. There isn't a dull moment when I walk into their house, and they're always laughing or planning something, and I love that they stay young.
My favorite memory with Grandpa Goo is swimming with him because it's always a lot of fun and I always laugh.
There was never any quit in anything that they did. They were very committed to it, very passionate about their stuff. They were really creative, and I try to harness that the best I can in everything that I do, at least at work, outside of work.
I think what has been the most helpful thing that they've assisted me with throughout my life is finding myself. And there's been a lot of pathways where that's been a large struggle for me. And Mom and Dad have been through every single step with me. But at the very core of things, their intention is always for my success and my happiness. And without them for that, I don't know where I would be. But how I interact with the world, I give all the credit to my parents for being such good role models to me and showing me all the possible love that they have in their heart.
I'm very fortunate to have Mima and Grandpa Goo as my in-laws. You can always count on them to help us out, to be there for us, bend over backwards whenever we need them. Most importantly, they are stellar grandparents to Gavin and Remy. I'm forever grateful for that. And if it wasn't for Mima, I wouldn't be as fashionable as I am now, and I really enjoy all the conversations that I have with Grandpa Goo.
And Aisha. I decided to do a secret extra message for Aunt Aisha because she is such a great aunt and is doing this for everyone else. She's the coolest aunt, always hip with the kids. She is always willing to drive me around or help me with something. She is willing to watch anime with me and always hang out with me. I love our movie sleepovers or when we watch movies together at any time. She always is available to pick me up and very willing to do it. And while these things might not sound like much, they help me so much and make me love her even more. I love everything we do together and the time we spent together. Thanks for doing this awesome project, Aunt Aisha.